Hey everyone, welcome back to Shop Life. Today we have some different content for you guys. We're working on something that's not European. We're working on this Lancer EVO. It actually belongs to a friend of mine and it was broken, so there's something wrong with the transmission. The clutch is completely not working anymore either. And then while it was broken, somebody tried to vandalize it. So they broke both of the windows. And as you can see here, we just have everything saran wrapped, that way no water gets in. I already vacuumed up all the glass. So we're about to take off all the saran wrap, get everything positioned, get it lifted up, and let's dig right into it. Alright, so we've got the car on the lift finally, and I'll take a quick look at it. First of all, let's talk about the car. It's a Mitsubishi EVO. It is a manual transmission, and pretty much what's going on right now is the pressure plate is completely broken. So the forks on the pressure plate are all mangled, some of them broke off, and then the actual throwout bearing is stuck in between some of the forks. So we have to figure out how we're going to release that, because since it is a front wheel, well, it's all-wheel drive technically, but the transmission's in the front. What we have to do is we have to make sure that throwout bearing is disengaged before we can pull the transmission off. So now I have to figure out a way, because that throwout bearing is lodged between all those forks, I'd figure out a way to release it, that way we can pull that transmission off without having to pull the whole engine and transmission up. So it's a kind of like a puzzle. We just got to figure out how we're going to do it. The last resort is I can just unhook all the bolts for the pressure plate and the clutch assembly with that small little window that's on that transmission. But either way, it's gonna be a pain in the butt. We're gonna figure it out while we're there. The guy parked it at his place and somebody just broke in both of the windows. So I already vacuumed all that stuff up so we can pull it in and everything without getting glass everywhere. But let's take a quick look around the car. Oh yeah, you can hear the glass falling still. So the EVO is actually already lowered on BC Racing coilovers. They actually tried to work on it, him and his buddies, try to get it released so that way they can, pull off the transmission. They weren't able to do it, and that's why they brought it to me. So they already have the front bumper removed. There's a lot of aftermarket stuff on here. So we've already got an intercooler, a Mishimoto radiator, we've got a downpipe, different blow-off valve, intake. All the bolt-ons are pretty much done, minus a bigger turbo, which he's trying to do that very, very soon. So here it is, a lot of aftermarket stuff, as I said before, intakes, blow-off valve, downpipe, all that stuff. We're just gonna be focusing on this side of the engine mainly. I'm gonna try to remove all this stuff, that way I have better access to it. And the transmission on these cars is right up here in the front. I know all my BMW family is not used to this kind of a setup because we're always having the transmission in the back or in the middle of the car. So one plus with having the transmission up here is we can access all of those bell housing bolts very easily, as opposed to when the transmission's a rear wheel drive car. So that's a little bit easier, but the harder part now is we have to release the transmission with the frame rail in the way right here as well. So it's a little bit more of a puzzle that we have to do. Another thing with these cars is they have a pull-out type of clutch, which is why that throwout bearing was even able to get lodged in between those forks in the first place. And I'll show you guys how all that stuff works once we have it pulled off enough so we can see everything. All right, let's just get right on it. Let's disassemble. All right, so I'm trying to take off all this shifter cable setup, and look what I find right here. Whoever worked on this last put a hose clamp, because either they lost or they broke the clip that actually holds this in place. So I guess the hose clamp is the next new short shifter method. We're gonna fix that. That's a lot of metal in the transmission. Oh man. Even when the fluid's draining, I can see a bunch of metal particulates in there. Not good, not good. I don't even know what to say. It's only got 78,000 miles, maybe 80,000. And yeah, it's not good. It's a lot of wear. But I mean, it's a little bit expected with the way these cars are driven. They're driven pretty hard, but I wasn't expecting that much metal on it. We'll see once we put everything back together how it is, and we'll go from there. After so many hours, we finally got the transmission off, and you can see here how bad everything got messed up. So here's a clutch. You can see some of the springs popped out, and everything is just grinding on each other because there was no throwout bearing to release the clutch. So you can just see how bad even the pressure plate got all messed up. The inside of the bell housing is all messed up as well, and there's just remnants of parts everywhere. So you can see, as I was saying earlier, all those forks on the pressure plate are all broken. And I try to do what I can in order to try to release that throwout bearing from this this lock that goes on the pressure plate, but there's nothing that was working at all. Like, I mean, I tried everything using pliers to squeeze it together to let it release, and you can see there's like a little spring that's supposed to let it release. Nothing worked, so I had to go to the last resort, which was just cutting the rest of the forks off. With all of the forks cut off, it was pretty easy to just pull the rest of the pressure plate out, and then we can actually see what was going on behind here. So now you can actually see part of that throwout bearing. You can see all the little parts of the fork that we cut off, they're all down there, and you can see how scratched up everything else got inside this bell housing. But for the most part, everything is fine. Even though there's a lot of cosmetic issues, there shouldn't be a problem with it. In order to release the throwout bearing though, you do have to remove this fork, and there's actually quite a bit of damage on this fork, so we ended up having to replace it. Now the throwout bearing, you can see how it's actually missing part of the tabs that allow that fork to slide in, and you can see how it releases from that pressure plate right here. You have to squeeze it in together and it'll pop right off. And that was a problem that we were having, was we couldn't squeeze it enough to pop the throwout bearing out. But we finally got it, and here you can see now we've got the new pressure plate and new clutch assembly in, and I'm just reassembling everything else as far as a new throwout bearing, new fork, and just try to get everything back to how it should be and making sure there are no issues. Alright, so we're pretty much done here. I'm just finishing everything up, filling all the fluids in, make sure everything else is good to go, double checking all the torque on all of the bolts that we took off, and then we should be ready for the first test drive. Time for the first start. Alright, so everything is pretty much done. Last thing I have to do is replace this window. I couldn't do it with it on the lift because the lift was in the way. So now I'm just going to remove this door panel, vacuum out all that glass, and then put that new glass in. And then besides that, the car is ready to go. We just tested the clutch out a little bit. It did grab with no noises or anything, so that should be good. We'll take it for a test drive once this is in. right, so we're finally done with everything. This is not the last time that we're gonna see this car though, because he has a lot of plans for this build. He wants to do a bigger turbo and just fix up a lot of stuff that previous people that worked on it, that, you know, they kind of messed up a lot of stuff. There's a lot of strip bolts and stuff. I replaced as much as I could with what I had, but whenever we do that big turbo and all that, we're gonna be fixing everything else, all the little minor details. But for now, he should be able to have enough time to break in the clutch before we do that big turbo upgrade. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's very different from what we're used to, but we actually liked it and we kind of like this kind of content. You know, it's a little bit different, keeps us on our toes, you know, something different. We're not always doing the same thing. And we're excited for all the new content that we have to share with you guys. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys in our next video.